Today we're going to be solving systems algebraically. Our objective is we want to solve systems by substitution or elimination. There are three different methods to solving systems. By the end of today, we will have gone over, say, three different methods for solving systems. One of those was graphing, which you did Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so the graphing is y equals y equals. Substitution, that's the method we'll go over a second. That's y equals and then x plus y equals, or it could say x equals and then x plus y equals. But mainly what you notice is one equation has one variable by itself. And then elimination has x and y together. Both equations have x and y on the same side. Like you might say x plus y, x minus y, preferably, or it might say x plus y, x plus y. Okay, so these are the three methods, and again, if you follow the steps, they really don't deviate. There's not like an exception to the rule. There's not like a way I can make it a little bit trickier. I mean, there's probably a way I can raise the difficulty level, but unnecessarily so. Is when the definition I like to use for the substitution is when you substitute one equation into the other. You're literally putting one equation into the other one, and you're getting down to one variable. Because you cannot solve an equation that has two variables and two unknowns. So that's why we work with substitution. The idea there is when we substitute, we're down to one equation, one unknown. So, for example, let's take this example. Y is equal to x plus 2 and x plus y equals 8. Okay, so we have this example right here. If you notice, the y is all by itself. What is y equal to?
X plus 2.
X plus 2. Y is equal to all of this. All of that will go in place of the y into the second equation. So when I substitute the x plus 2, I'm going with the second equation. It's x plus, and instead of a y, what am I putting? X plus 2. Alright. How many x's do I have? Combine your like terms.
2.
Okay, subtract 2. You get 2x equals 6. What's your last step for this part? And so, I don't have room. Oh, yeah, I do. So, x equals 3. Okay, you're not done there. You've got half of it. But the other half, to get the y, is not that hard. Again, substitute in. Put the 3 in place of the x. What's 3 plus 2?
5.
There you go. Okay, so for the next example, let's use y is equal to 2x minus 1, and then 3x plus 2y is equal to 26. Okay. In this example, what is y equal to? 2x minus 1. So, I am going to substitute 2x minus 1 in place of the y on the second equation. So it goes in parentheses. Very good. Okay. So, okay, I substituted in 2x minus 1. Now there's a 2 out here in front. What does that mean because of the parentheses? You have to multiply. You got to distribute. Okay, so minus 2. Good job.
Equals 26.
Jinx, you owe each other a Coke. All right. Okay, so now I can combine like terms.
7x minus 2. And then 7x add 2.
Okay, and then I need to add 2.
7x equals 28. And then x equals 4.
Yeah, x equals 4. Okay? Then,
You put 3, 9 and 4,
okay,
parentheses,
2 times 4
equals 8.
minus 1,
Okay.
and that gives me 7. Okay, so y is equal to 7. 4 comma 7. So again, what I did there was, or what we did, substituted the 2x minus 1 in place of the y, then distributed 2x, 2 times 2, 2 times 1, then combine like terms, add or subtract, in this case add, then divide, you've got your x. Substitute back in, some quick arithmetic, you've got your y. This is the one that has technically, say, the most steps. And notice, those steps, for example, it's x is equal to y plus 1 and 3y minus 2x is equal to 2. Okay. On this one, on this example, which you're going to put what? Yes, you're going to put y plus 1 in place of the x. So we're going to substitute into the x this time. It's the same thing. The only difference is I'm substituting in for a slightly different variable. But the steps, you notice, are the same. What's my next step? Distribute. Now here's another thing that you got to be careful of. When you distribute, you're distributing negative 2 to the y and to the 1.
3y minus 2y.
3y minus 2y.
1 equals 2.
No. Negative 2 times 1.
Plus 2.
Minus 2.
So it's y minus 2 equals 2.
Okay, y, 1y, or just y, yeah, you're right. Minus 2 is equal to 2. Then, add 2. Y equals 4. And then, now you got to find that x. What's 4 plus 1? So x equals 5.
So you have to solve it, or can you just put the answer?
I don't understand what you mean by that. With elimination, the idea that we want to do is we want to combine the two equations into one equation. And when we do that, we should eliminate one of the two variables. So when we combine, one of the two variables will be gone. So like if we say we've got xy, xy, when we combine them, maybe we just have x or we just have y. But one of them is gone. That's elimination. For our first example, let's do 2x plus 3y equals 34. 2x plus 3y equals 34. And then 4x minus 3y equals negative 4. Okay, the idea here is this. Look at the variables. Excuse me. Is there a variable that has the same number, different signs? Yes, which one is that? The 3y, okay, the y. When you do that, and this is as simple as saying like little Johnny has 2 apples and little Susie has 4 apples, and when you put them together they had 6 apples altogether. As in saying 2 plus 4 is 6x. 3 minus 3 is 0, so these eliminate. 34 minus 4 is 30. Every time right after you eliminate like that and you combine them, your next step will always be to divide. That's the only thing that should be next.
X equals 5.
So divide by 6
5.
and x equals 5.
And then you just put it in, right?
Exactly. The next thing, to find the y, I will put it in. Does not matter which equation.
So it'll be like 10.
Okay. So putting the 5 here,
8.
yeah, you could say that's 10 plus 3y equals 34. Then what's your next step? Take away 10. 3y is equal to 24. And yes, y equals it. Because I said 5 times 2 is 10. Yes, ma'am. So again, if you notice here, and this step never changes either. Once you substitute back in, it's multiply, add or subtract, divide, answer. So I said, put the 5 in place of the x. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtracted 10, then divided by 3. I've got my answer. These don't deviate from that. Okay, so that should be fairly easy. Yeah, again, the 5 can be substituted into either equation, the 2x plus 3y equals 34 or the 4x minus 3y equals -4. If you're doing your work correctly, it should still give you the same answer. All right.
But that's only if the
2x plus 4y is equal to -10. And then 3x plus 3y is equal to -3.
You can't do what you do right now, right?
Not yet. No, okay. What I do is this. Okay, first off, pick a variable you want to get rid of.
y.
Okay, I heard x first. Okay, so if I do that, put parentheses around both equations. Okay, and then switch the numbers. The 3 on the bottom will be up here on top. Oops.
Will be 3x minus 2x.
Yeah. Here's 3 and there's 2. Switch those numbers. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Because one has to be negative and one has to be a positive.
Right. And so since one has to be a positive and one has to be negative, because right now they're the same sign, you make one of them negative. Doesn't matter which one. Let's say the bottom one. Okay. Now, with those numbers in the front, what am I going to do? Distribute. Multiply. So I have 6x plus 12y
Equals
-30. Yes. Let me finish this. -6x minus 6y equals +6, right? Okay, then the x's eliminate. 12 minus 6? 6y. Go ahead.
When you divide a negative by a positive, it's the same.
-30 plus 6 is a -24. Okay,
Divide by 6.
divide by 6.
It's -1. Y equals. So now, are you going to put it in like the first one or the one you change?
It doesn't matter. You know what I usually do when I work it like this? You see how I like at this open space? Okay, I generally put it right under to the bottom one, just because it's right there.
No, because it's 3x, 3, 4.
So 3x plus 3 times -4 equals -3. So I got 3x minus 12 equals -3. And then add 12. Add 12. All I've done here is I put the -4 in place of this y because it was y equals, right? 3 times -4 is -12. Okay, so I multiplied. Then my next step is to add or subtract. If that's a minus, then I need to add. -3 plus 12 is 9. And then what's my last step? Divide by 3. 3 comma -4. Your assignment is practice B, page 20, the little bitty workbook, problems 1 through 12.